Hi, my name is Bree. I'm an ethical hacker on a mission to raise cybersecurity awareness. And today we are doing a very interesting mission. I don't know if I want to call it a mission or a project. That's titled Accessing Usernames and Passwords. And wait, I know it sounds a bit intense, but that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. However, we'll be doing it in a very safe environment. No people or systems will be touched. And yeah, we can get into it. Actually, before I get into it, let me give a quick disclaimer. Everything I'm showing today will be run inside a lab for educational purposes only. Like, please do not attempt to do this to a real individual or like to real systems, but all the tools we'll be using today they can't be replicated in the real world for genuine attacks. They're only functional in controlled labs. So that's my quick disclaimer. You guys, don't hack people. It's not right. It's not right. So what exactly will we be doing today? We are going to be simulating something called a phishing email. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people know what that is. You know how when you open your emails and there's like this random weird email you've received where it tells you how you have to do something under like 24 hours or 48 hours, or else your account will be locked down because they've detected some suspicious activity, blah 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 blah, and there's a link. Yes, that's what we're going to be doing today. And and you're going to be seeing the behind the scenes of that. So the first thing I'm going to do is open something called VirtualBox. So VirtualBox is basically a laptop inside my laptop. I really don't want anything I'm doing to touch the real internet. So I'll have to open a laptop inside my laptop to create an isolated environment to do all of these things. For this project, I'm going to be using Kali. Kali is going to be my attacker, and Windows 10 will be my victim. You know how people in movies who are like hackers and they just go like they type on their keyboards and go ta 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 ta, and then like it just says access granted, whatever. Like in the real world it is actually so slow. Like it's so slow. No, those people, they lied to you. They lied. So we are officially inside our attacker machine. So we're going to be using a tool called Set Toolkit. This is where everything is going to be happening. So I have two goals in terms of this project, and I'm going to accomplish those goals using Set Toolkit. So the first goal I have is we are going to have to clone our website. So the reason for cloning the website is so we can be able to set up a login page with a username and password for our victim to input their username and password. And then the second thing we're going to set up is the phishing email itself. Like we're actually going to write a phishing email in a very realistic way, and in the email we need to create some form of urgency to create a link so that the victim can click the link and then open the cloned website, put in their details come back to us. So using Set Toolkit, I'm going to pick option 1, social engineering attacks. That's what we're going to do today. Social engineering is anything to do with humans. Like, you know, when you think of ethical hacking, you mostly think of breaking into systems and computers and stuff like that, but social engineering circulates around a human being. So I'm gonna pick one, and then I want to clone a website, so I'll pick 2 website attack vectors, and I'm going to pick option 3, credential harvester attack, because we want to get their credentials, the username and their password. So 3. And then I'm gonna pick site cloner, because I want to clone a website 2. Okay, so this jargon, whatever you're seeing here, is basically my attackers. Kali Linux is telling me, okay, let's say our victim actually opens the website, clicks on the link, opens the website, and inputs their username and password. Where should those details go? We want that information to come back here, and now it's asking me to enter the URL for the site I want to clone. So for this specific task, I will clone the GitHub login page. You see where this white box is? This is where the username and password are going to show up. So I don't want to cancel this, because I'm going to come back here after the victim has input their credentials, and then I'll come and see it over here. So let me minimize that. Okay, so we are done with step 1, which was cloning the website. We have officially cloned the website. I'm going to come back here to Set Toolkit again to do the second goal that we had, which was now creating the actual email. So I'm gonna pick option 1, social engineering, and then I'm going to do mass mailer attack, which is number 5, because I'm sending an email. And then I'm gonna pick email attack single email address, because I'm only sending it to one email address, not many. And the email address I'll send it to is basically myself. You know, I told you we're doing it very safely. So for this, I'm gonna pick one-time use email template, because I'm only doing this once. Okay, subject of the email. Okay, so now let's write the subject of the email. Put login attempt detected, and so it's asking me whether I want to send it in code or do I want to send it in plain English. So I'm gonna pick code because I do want to. You'll see. In my email, I've written like you need to visit, and then obviously it would go github.com, but I don't want them to go to github.com, like the actual site. I want to bring them back to my cloned website, which is why I added this extra piece of code, which basically means when the victim clicks, or the user clicks the github.com link, don't take them to that website. Don't take them to the actual website. Actually, take them to my cloned website, which is over here, my cloned website. So that's the code we've written, and then we're going to write the GitHub page so that just so it looks realistic. You know, obviously, if you received an email and you're just seeing a bunch of numbers, you'll be like, it's very suspicious, you know. So we don't want that. We want it to look very real. So we're going to put the actual GitHub link over there. And then we're going to continue writing our email. And I'm going to send this email to myself. Okay, you're a regular guy. You want to start work. You've opened your Windows. Just another regular day. You've taken a cup of coffee. And now you're here. So you've opened your emails. Let's go to our emails, because that's what majority of people do first thing in the morning after the cup of coffee. That says urgent. You see, obviously, like I said, like if I was given a little bit more time, I would make this email look better. It's just right now we're not making it official, we're just doing it for demonstration. So urgent, we have detected a suspicious attempt on your GitHub account. You need to visit github.com immediately to prevent further access. Please act urgently to secure your account. What? But I want you to notice something. The hidden code we had kept earlier, it's hidden somewhere. But when we click this link, obviously, right now, since I am the user or the victim, it looks really normal. So I'll click it, and now it's come back here to something that looks like the official GitHub login page, but is not the official GitHub login page. And right now it's over here saying not secure, obviously because it's not secure. But this can be changed. It can be changed. Even all this, it can be changed to look more realistic. It's just I'm not gonna be doing that today. That will take so long. So I'm gonna put in a username. Let's say something random like test dot, I don't know, like bananas at gmail.com, and then password I'm gonna put like avocados. How do you spell avocados? I don't know how does someone spell avocados? Avocados. I don't know. Okay, so sign in. Okay, notice how after I had input the username and the password, it actually genuinely redirected back to GitHub, like the actual page. So we come back to our attacker, and there is a lot of words going on here, but I want you to just focus on this specific section. The username field was found, and our test.bananas@gmail.com has been received on this side, and also the password avocados. Interesting, right? Very, very interesting. How do we protect ourselves from such attacks? Because I've literally demonstrated how it occurs, just in a safer way. Number one, it's very hard to never receive a phishing email. So I would recommend having like 3 different email addresses. One is a dummy email, one is a business/work email, and then one is now like your hyper sensitive personal email. So when it comes to random login pages that you go on the internet to search whatever you're searching, just use the dummy email, so if ever the email is exposed in a data breach, they'll just send fake phishing emails to your dummy email that you barely even open. So it massively protects you. It's a really good protection method for your sensitive emails. Just never put that email address on like random weird public sites. Those are just specific to finances, your bank accounts, your medical records, government, blah 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 blah, just sensitive stuff. And then now obviously your work email, which is basically anything work related. Another good way to protect yourself is to always set up multi-factor authentication. It's a big word, but in short, it basically means instead of only having one password alone, you have two, kind of. You kind of have two, where it's either you get like an authenticator app where it gives you some codes to be able to you put in your password, and then you also have to put in the codes. Because let's say the attacker, as we have demonstrated, was able to receive your password only from a single click, then they honestly can't do anything without the authenticator app. So they would try your password, but there's a second password they need, so they won't necessarily be able to access any of your information. Yeah, just be cyber aware. Now you know most companies don't necessarily send you links in emails, so just don't click them. You know, there's also the awareness factor. But that's it. Thank you guys. I hope to see you next video.